Welcome back to part 2 of Skilling in Entropia. Last week we tested really crappy HP per level with Rex Tillums versus very good HP per level, which is considered one of the best skilling mobs in game, which is Drillbots. We mass murdered a bunch of Drillbots, we killed a bunch of Rex, and reviewed the results. A viewer brought up the fact that overkill apparently does not get counted in skill gain, and I never took this into account. I figured 1,000 ped cycled is 1,000 ped cycled. Why does it matter if we're one-hitting the drill bots? So, to test it further, I located a different mob with approximately the same HP per level as a drill bot and the same HP of a Rex. So we've blended the two together to equal basically a giant drill bot-like creature known as a living storm vortex. This is not typically the kind of mob I hunt. It's a level 75 mob with lower HP, kind of, but they still hit like a Mack truck. So I don't really have the gear for this, but I can still cycle the 1,000 ped in it just like the other two tests. So with a little bit of kiting and a little bit of patience, I knocked out the 1,000 ped test to check out the skill gains, and I think you'll be as surprised as I am about the actual results. Will it be that much higher than the skills we gained on drill bots? We knew drill bots were going to be higher than Rex. Everybody knew that. I did not think this would be any different. So let's check it out. I just wanted to let this little part play just so you could see how frustrating this was to start with until I finally got the hang of things. So we'll just leave a small kill montage here before we get to the numbers. This was a small portion of how long it actually took. Took quite a bit longer than the Rex did and the drill bots for obvious reasons. I died more times than I'm willing to admit. We used the exact same setup as before, which was the Marber BGH tier 5 with a Delta amp, no pills except a 100% skill pill, and just mod Viceroy armor to get our 5% crit. During the test versus Rex and Drillbots, if you remember, we pulled, I think it was about 20% roughly more skills, depending on which skill it was. Rocking, 5 plasma tech versus almost 6. 3.5 rifle versus like 5. And on kill strike, it was 1.4 versus 2 for the drill bots. So here's where it gets interesting. The plasma tech gain on living storm vortexes was 8.7 for the same 1,000 ped cycled. Rifle, 7.5. Kill strike, a whopping 3.2 points in kill strike. On a side note, I forgot to include the agility gains. On Rex, it was 15. Drillbot, 20, which was pretty decent, 25% increase like we were saying with the other skills. Not as many on the Living Storms. It was 22 gains, which is still respectable. In conclusion, does one hitting a good skill mob with overkill affect it? Yes, it does, absolutely. The percentage differences are amazing. The what we decided last time, Rex was about 20-something% less skill gain than Drillbot. Well, Living Storms is 57% more skill gain than Rex and 40% more skill gain than the drill bots. We're hitting the Living Storms approximately 2 to 3 times per kill, not counting dodges. And occasionally there is overkill at the end, but it's the actual mob kill I think that really matters. The 2 to 3 shots you're putting into the mob versus the one hit kill on the drill bots. So I was pretty amazed with these stats, and I appreciate the viewer. I believe his name was Matt. I'm not going to call you out. Thank you for providing that insight, and it was awesome to test. Thank you all for watching. If you haven't seen part 1, you should probably watch part 1 first. It's a little late now that we're at the end of the video. Thank you all for joining. Good luck out there. Have a great day.